This is KTSM 9 News. Breaking news.
Right-wing activist Charlie Kirk has been killed, according to President Donald Trump. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 Plus, our digital newscast. I'm Monica Cortez. Kirk was speaking at a rally at Utah Valley University when he was shot. According to the university, he was removed from the premises by his security team. Witnesses say that one shot was heard and Kirk recoiled with blood coming from his neck. The shooting scene was quickly evacuated. A suspect is not in custody at this point. Kirk was 31 years old and he was a conservative activist and father of two who helped found Turning Point USA, a prominent nonprofit that activates conservative youth on school campuses. He was a well-known supporter of President Donald Trump, and he spoke at the 2024 presidential convention. In fact, President Trump addressed the shooting on social media, writing, quote, "He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us," adding, "Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you," end quote. In honor of Charlie Kirk, the president has ordered all American flags across the United States lowered to half-mast until Sunday evening. Meanwhile, Texas Governor Greg Abbott posted on his X account saying, quote, "Cecilia and I are praying for Charlie Kirk and for God's healing hand to be upon him," end quote. U.S. Congresswoman Veronica Escobar also released a statement reading in part, quote, "The political violence in our country is horrifying, made more dangerous because of how easy it is to access guns in America. Praying for Charlie Kirk and his loved ones," end quote. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltazar will have more on the story, including local reaction, coming up in our later newscasts. And you can always stay up to date with the latest by visiting KTSM.com. Well, over to some devastating statistics coming from New Mexico this afternoon. Suicide deaths in New Mexico increased 9% in 2024, and that's all according to new data from the New Mexico Department of Health. According to the data, there were 512 deaths by suicide documented in the state last year. That's 42 more deaths than in 2023. The data also shows that the Hispanic suicide rate increased by 27% over the past decade, and 60% of suicide deaths in New Mexico, a firearm was involved. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and the Department of Health wants to remind you that you are not alone. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, make sure you call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988. Well, El Paso police is speaking out after a video has gone viral on social media showing a man being arrested after he allegedly assaulted another man at a bar over the weekend in West El Paso. Now, this is video from that incident. We showed it to you yesterday. Police responded to a bar in the Cincinnati area on Mesa on Saturday. Investigators say a security guard was trying to escort out a person who was vomiting. Police say 25-year-old Nima Dendup then struck the security guard, and other people who were with Dendup also began hitting the security guard. When officers arrived, they saw around 30 to 40 people yelling near the establishment and the security guard trying to detain Dendup. Police say while officers were assisting the security guard, 25-year-old Menda Wang Chuk Dorgi continued to intervene and ignore officers' commands. One officer is seen striking one of the men they're trying to apprehend. Well, El Paso police actually sent KTSM the statement reading in part, quote, "Anytime force is used, it is documented and carefully reviewed. This is our standard procedure, and it is already underway for this incident. We value the trust of this community and appreciate the community's patience," end quote. Well, we are now learning the name of a man wanted for killing a 51-year-old woman 3 years ago in Far East El Paso. You may have seen this man, Rafael Sanchez, in our most wanted fugitives list online. El Paso police now tell us that he is connected to the murder of Marisela Velez. Now, we told you about the crime when it first happened in July of 2022. Police were called to a welfare check on the 2100 block of William Capel Street. When they went inside the home, they found Velez dead. At that time, police said that there were signs of a struggle and they believed the attack was directed at her. Now, if you know anything about this case or where Sanchez is, make sure you're calling Crime Stoppers of El Paso at the number you see right there on your screen. All right, let's pause there with today's headlines and take a look outside, because you're going to see those nice, beautiful cumulus clouds out in the distance. And my question is, when are we getting rain chances back in the forecast? By the way, Robert, yesterday, did we hit 100 degrees?
We were just shy. We were 98.1.
No. Wow.
We're going to make another pass close to it again today, but I just don't think we're quite going to get to 100. No, that's good. Don't you think that's good?
Okay.
Yes, okay. All right, 97 degrees is the temperature at the airport right now. We've got a dew point at 47. Partly cloudy skies at this point. We do have some little isolated pinpoint showers, especially in New Mexico right now, which I'll point out. Here are the highs so far. 97 Juarez, 94 Las Cruces, 98 for Deming, 97 Alamogordo, and 81 for Ruidoso. Satellite radar composite, kind of a foreshadowing of what's going to come in on Friday evening. Just in time for football Friday night, here come those thunderstorms again. Right now, most of the action right here over the Sacramento Mountains, especially on the eastern slopes of those mountains. But as you can see along 54 in southern Otero County, we have one isolated shower out there as well. I expect partly cloudy skies. Those skies will clear away to clear by early morning tomorrow. Another beautiful day and slightly cooler with a high of 95 degrees. Coming up, we'll talk about those thunderstorms on Friday, but 2 days with the chance of heavier rainfall. All coming up. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Right now, I want to take you outside using our TechStalk cameras. This is what we are seeing. I-10 Chelsea. Things are moving quite nicely in both directions. We really don't have a lot to slow us down at this hour. And sticking with the roads, there are actually some road closures that may affect your commute this week. According to TxDOT, as part of the I-10 Widening West project, North and South Desert between Vinton and Thorne will have alternate lane closures from now through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. as needed. Now, TxDOT says crews will be working on electrical and other construction work. Artcraft east and westbound between New Mexico State Line and Doniphan will also have alternate lane closures through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. According to TxDOT crews will be performing illumination installments and delivering construction material. And as part of the Trans Mountain Rehab, Trans Mountain East and West between Tom Mays and Main Gap will have a left lane closure through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Crews there will be working on finishing touch-ups. And for a complete list of road closures, make sure you're visiting KTSM.com and click on that traffic tab. Well, TxDOT El Paso District has put forward a plan to expand I-10 as part of the Downtown 10 project, stretching from Executive Boulevard all the way to State Loop 478, which is known as Copia Street. Today, the Eastside Central Coalition and other El Paso organizations had a news conference at the McCall Neighborhood Center to clearly outline the neighborhood's position regarding the proposed expansion. The coalition says widening the interstate is a bad idea and that the expansion will only make it harder for El Paso drivers to get around due to the traffic it will cause.
I think that there are a lot better priorities that the state could be spending $1.3 billion on here in El Paso. Widening highways does not fix traffic in the long term. Very quickly those lanes get filled up with cars and you have the same traffic that you had before.
Meanwhile, TxDOT says the goals for the expansion include improved mobility, addressing long-term congestion, reducing points of conflict, and ensuring the roadway meets current design standards. Well, with flu season right around the corner, the city is hosting several events to provide free flu shots to the community. This upcoming Saturday, the city is hosting a drive-through vaccine clinic at the Escárate County's tax office located at the Escárate Park entrance. It will be from 8 a.m. to noon. No appointments or health insurances are needed. Well, Congresswoman Veronica Escobar is calling on the El Paso postmaster to address several issues with the mail service she says the community has brought to her attention. Coming up, we're going to read over your thoughts in today's In the Comments segment. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 Plus. Always put
You get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Welcome back, everyone. Congresswoman Veronica Escobar is calling on the El Paso postmaster to address what she's calling deep concerns over postal services. Escobar said that she sent a letter to El Paso postmaster Cindy J. Tabbitt to address these issues, which include low morale among employees and complaints about service from El Paso residents. Among her concerns, Escobar said constituents have reported that they have not received mail at their designated cluster box for months at a time. Now, to read the full story, just head on over to KTSM.com. Of course, we shared the story all over our social media accounts, and a lot of you had lots of thoughts you wanted to share with us. We're going to start off with Ruben Lucero, who writes, "Not a day goes by that I don't receive mail from someone else's address." Meanwhile, Odin Lives writes, "Someone broke into our cluster box in May and the post office stopped delivering mail. They tried saying I had to pick it up by my mail at the Dieter Nightmare office location. Thank God I moved." And Pablo Mata writes, "Medications are my concern with mail." Well, here at KTSM, of course, we value your opinion and we want to hear more from you. So make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through the comments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. All right, so it looks like we're going to start talking about weather at this point. I know that we've been seeing those white clouds. You can actually see them behind me, white poofy clouds. So my question is, are we going to get any rain? For that, let's send it over to Mr. Robert Bettis.
Okay, we're going to get rain, and we're going to get it at the time we might not want it.
Okay.
I want rain, but I don't want lightning.
No, I don't either.
Especially while people are outdoors trying to enjoy the football.
Friday, yes.
Yep, Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. 4 days
There's a
that
lot of
concern
events
me.
on Saturday too, Robert.
I know you've got a concert.
Yes.
That's an outdoor concert, I guess. So
Outdoor, yes,
that's
at
even more
Fort Bliss.
concerning. All right, let me get you this forecast, whether we like it or not. 97 has been the high temperature so far today. That's what I predicted. Could we pop up another degree or so? Yeah, we certainly could. 97 Juarez, 94 Las Cruces, 98 Deming, 97 Alamogordo, and 94 TRC. Let's look at other towns across the Southwest. 106 Phoenix, but 92 for San Antonio, 95 Austin, and 91 for Dallas so far. Satellite radar composite, kind of a little foreshadowing of what is coming. A return of the moisture and a return of those daily thunder showers. Now today, those thunder showers should pretty much be in New Mexico, especially around the Sacramento Mountains, where we've already seen the mountains spawn quite a few little cells that are drifting out toward the east and breaking apart. If you go along 54, you'll run into a couple of drops here or there with one isolated shower just over the El Paso County line. Other than that, we should be partly cloudy for a while tonight, and then we'll clear out perfectly. Tomorrow will be even drier as the temperature slowly starts to come down. 93 is the temperature right now in Las Cruces. Got a dew point at 43. That's 18% relative humidity. Here are the temperatures in your area right now. Now tonight, again, partly cloudy for a while, beautiful clouds clearing away, gorgeous night. Best part about the nights, we've got light winds, it's clear, it's not too humid, at this point. Tomorrow, here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast. We'll see a lot of sunshine, a couple of clouds in the afternoon. I'm pulling the high temperature down to 95 degrees as high pressure begins to pull back and moisture begins to move in. Still 12s across the board on your allergy forecast. That's the highest level that it could get for allergens. Here are the low temperatures tonight. 62 Alamogordo, 62 Deming, 73 Juarez, and 68 for Van Horn. Your high temperatures tomorrow, 92 Alamogordo, 79 Ruidoso, and 94 for Deming. Tonight for you Las Cruces will be clear and 66 degrees as the clouds clear away. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies in the afternoon with a high temperature of 92, so a little cooler. 72 low tonight for us at the airport. Again, clouds clearing, and then tomorrow 95 with a couple of afternoon clouds, fairly light winds. Now only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. Football Friday night, lightning in the area. We'll have thunderstorms, so we'll crop up with the afternoon heating, even though the high temperature goes down to 93. Day one that concerns me, very unstable on Saturday, 90. Brief heavy rain possible out of those widely scattered thunder showers. It appears we'll take a day off on Sunday, only a slight chance, and we'll see more brief heavy rainfall, especially late Monday night into Tuesday morning with thunder showers and high temperatures for a few days, only in the 80s. Don't go anywhere. More KTSM 9 News coming up in just a moment.
BOGO is back at iMart Express. Buy your first pair of kids' glasses and get a second pair free, so your kid can be all smiles. Plus, with eye exams available and same-day glasses, they'll be ready when the school bell rings. Shop the BOGO event at iMart Express. Get glasses, go learn.
Welcome back, everyone. We're actually following breaking news this afternoon. Right-wing activist Charlie Kirk has been killed, according to President Donald Trump. Kirk was speaking at a rally at Utah Valley University when he was shot. The shooting scene was quickly evacuated. A suspect is not in custody at this point. Kirk was a 31-year-old conservative activist and father of 2. We have a deeper look at the story coming up in our second half hour. And in more political or national news, the president and Congress are looking to address crime across the country. In today's Political Minute, News Nation's Blake Berman breaks down the latest.
The president's roadmap to addressing crime. I'm Blake Berman, host of The Hill on News Nation. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives taking up more than a dozen bills aimed at overhauling crime and criminal justice in the nation's capital. President Trump also pushing Congress to craft a new national crime bill. It comes as the president has publicly discussed sending National Guard troops to other cities across the country, including Chicago, New Orleans, and Baltimore. President Trump's federal takeover of Washington, D.C. was originally put into place by a 30-day emergency order that is set to expire. The National Guard and other agencies will continue their deployment. Since the federal surge on August 11th, violent crime is down about 16%, property crime down by roughly 18% compared to the previous 30 days. I'm Blake Berman, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.